Donald J. Trump is the greatest presidential candidate of all time.
And if you don't believe me, give me until the end of this video and I'll prove it to ya. Is this thing on? Alright, here we go. Hey there, it's me again, Justin Guy Jackson, coming back at you with another video. Originally, this entire video was going to be done doing the Trump voice, but one, it kind of hurts my throat to do that, so we're not going to do that, and two, I don't really care that much, so we're just going to do it like this. And this time we're talking about why Donald J. Trump is indeed the greatest presidential candidate of all time, and he was always going to win. What makes me say such a bold claim? Well, give me till the end of the video and I will prove that to you. Ready? Here we go. So something important about Donald Trump is that he fully embodies the American spirit. What do I mean by that? Is that throughout his life he's done a little bit of everything and yet nothing of any real importance. However, I know that importance is kind of a subjective type of topic, so we'll put a pin in that for now and we'll come back to it a little bit later. We'll talk about the objective things that we can actually prove. You know, we'll stick to the facts. Well, let's get the receipts out, yeah? So, the facts are Donald J. Trump is a 6'2", blonde-haired, blue-eyed billionaire that doesn't really respect women all that much. So what does that mean? It means that he's the type of person that book talk girlies would eat the fuck up if they wrote a novel about him. If you've ever been in middle school or high school before, you know there's always that one douchey rich kid who's not actually rich, his parents just have money, and the Donald was certainly no exception to that rule. Aside from the fact that politics literally isn't real, Trump was always going to win. I mean, the man's done everything.
And I do mean everything.
From movies to sports to games, shows, books, planes, references, songs, memes, and lawsuits, the dude has more side quests than a GTA protagonist, and none of his opponents have ever gotten close to that name of like brand notoriety and brand identity that Donald Trump has. And honestly, I'm gonna keep it a stack with you guys. When it comes to that thing in particular, and as far as like being pop sensational or like a pop icon or whatever,
nobody fucking cared about Hillary Clinton or Caramel Harris
before they actually started running for president and whatever. All I know about Hillary Clinton is the whole Clinton fiasco about not having sexual relations with that woman, and Rory Gilmore from Gilmore Girls writing an essay about her for the Ivy Leagues, but the Princeton administration guy said if he gets one more essay about Hillary Clinton, he's gonna fucking kill himself. Imagine that. Imagine that the main character in your show tries to write an essay about Hillary Clinton and the fictional admissions officers for some of the most prestigious universities in the country are throwing those things out like candy at a parade because they're so tired of them. And that was 2002! So imagine how much people simply didn't care 14 years later in 2016. But we're gonna put a pin in talking about the people that he ran against for a bit, and talk about the people who came before the people he ran against. Well, don't worry, we're gonna come back to like Hillary Clinton and Caramel Harris. Just give me a second. Let me cook real quick. Because there is something that both Trump, Obama, and myself all have in common, yes. The three of us all share a defining characteristic. And that is, we both understand the importance of dating a 5'11" woman, and I've done so in the past many times before. Yes, indeed, we have. As you know, we stand tall women on this channel, so honestly, he gets my vote just based on that metric alone. But speaking of women, I do find it hilarious that he can kinda only beat women in races and always loses to men. Yet we'll get on a podium and talk about how women shouldn't be forced to compete against biological men. Buddy, that's how you ended up here. The fuck are we talking about? Now, to his credit, he does have a lot of experience since he has tried to run for office more times than both of those women combined. Something Bruce Lee, something 10,000 kicks or whatever. And it just so happened that when he was up against someone who tried and failed just as much as he did, he lost. But really, when it comes down to it, Trump might as well have been Thanos from Infinity War. Not just because they're both in desperate need of better face and skincare, or because I have a weird obsession with gold-plated anything for some reason, but because based on everything that we talked about and how universally known he was, Trump's victory was honestly inevitable. And even though the annoying orange has never won the popular vote, the real popular vote was quite literally the friends he traumatized and made along the way. What do I know, right? I'm just a guy.